At Traralgon Bowls Club, the good times don't just happen on the green. They spin around the table, roll through the bar, and turn every moment into something to smile about. Bowls, bistro, banter. This is where good times roll. Nothing beats perfection.
My Henselite bowls are my competitive edge. From Victorian to Tasmanian greens and to high stakes competition around the country, I'm confident in my line and my delivery. Henselite gives me that advantage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Henselite Victorian Open for 2026. We are here at Traralgon Bowls Club, bringing you a round of men's singles, round of 64 match. Brandon BJ Anderson up against LEIGH McILVENNY, opening end just underway. And any early nerves look like they've well and truly been settled. BJ, Brandon Anderson, straight on the jack with his first, and LEIGH McILVENNY nicely in behind. My name's Tony Sherwell, joining me in the commentary booth. A very irritable Josh Thornton. Morning, JT. Afternoon, JT.
Afternoon time, not irritable at all.
Oh, good to see. Nice to see. Happy JT. Rodney Bates, our marker for this particular match. We've just come off an absolute ripper, JT. Dean Reaver getting the job done over Jet Simmons. They had a great battle, 21-17. Plenty happening today. LEIGH, former state player.
Brandon B. Anderson. Fair head to start off with.
Yeah, if it's any indication, JT, we're in for a ripper. Not a bad bowl here too. A little bit of risk. Gets around at the back. BJ's played a bit of bowls here in a VBL final, whereas Yarraville Footscray team were successful. LEIGH McILVENNY, a career into his own bowl and just kicks it. Still only one. Hello to you, Mary, who's watching YouTube from Fife in Scotland. Yeah, the previous game was brilliant. Of course, she would have been cheering on Dean. Dave Morris likes the cut of our jib. Not the cut of the shirt. Nice to see BJ rocking one of the Bowl for Your Life shirts. Of course, the charity partner for Bowls Victoria. Slight difference in these two hands, which Brandon Anderson's just finding out now. It doesn't quite turn as far on that side of the rink. You'll often see players playing the ditch hand on this particular rink. Other matches on the indoor. It's like Victorian Open men's singles round of 64. Coleman v Hilsey, Chapman v Randall. Hoskin against Mack. Hong Kong players against Lucas Protopappas as we watch this LEIGH McILVENNY last bowl. It's not too bad, JT. And when I say not too bad, I mean very good.
Oh, wow. I'm not sure he could have played it any better.
No, what an effort. He did just nudge his back bowl. I don't know whether that's going to change anything or it's still just
should be
the one.
Yep.
To Brandon Anderson.
Got distracted then.
That's all right. I understand you've got plenty to do. Other matches, Jones v Turnbull, Twyrold against Pomerantz, Fletcher v Joyce. And our streamed match here is our 8 rinks on the indoor. Shutter's still down, so we can't see anything out of the back green.
There's only 2 rinks being used on the green behind us anyway.
Everyone else is back out on the synthetic out the back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, all the matches. You can follow along with the live scores. And shout out to our friends at Greenline. If you're looking for cover for your green, Greenline is the only option. Greenline.com.au. Preserve the surface, protect yourselves from the elements. Required down here at the moment, a little bit of wet weather around. Greenline is the answer. Speaking of the answer, LEIGH McILVENNY.
Cracking heads to start off with.
Yeah. A little bit of touch of spray. Yeah, lovely response. Matches going on at some other venues as well, JC. What have we got? We've got Hayfield's got a bit of women's triples knockout action.
Yeah, so the last quarterfinal just started there, I got told. And the other 3 quarterfinals are being played. Very close match between Lisa Phillips' rink and Sue Ruffy's rink. Sue Ruffy's 10-9 up.
Ooh.
After 10 ends. Sarah Braybrook leading 14-4 up over Olivia Bloomfield. Leah McCarthy 5-4 up over Christine McGarity. And the other one, I've been told it started. I've got a message from Marky Coleman. They just obviously haven't started the live scoring yet.
Interesting, no live scoring on that one.
Oh, as I said, they might have, when he said that they've started, maybe it was a roll-up. Or,
Yeah,
you know.
could well be. So LEIGH McILVENNY holding one. Third ball approaching the head now. Lovely weight control.
Judging by the first couple of ends, if this is the standard we're going to be seeing, it's going to be a ripping match.
Yeah, certainly is. Tough to pick a winner with this one. LEIGH McILVENNY. It's a heck of a bowler. Brandon Anderson, also a very good bowler.
Close zone.
Just got to
Jack.
hold the last little bit. Oh, yeah, just underneath. Did not miss by much. Great effort. You see this one in the replay was stalking it the whole way, but just a touch under. Missed the jack by half an inch. How's this, JT?
Got to be careful he doesn't poke it too far.
Oh, just a touch quick. Yeah, did just kick it too far. So close. Brandon Anderson picks up another one. 2-0. First to 21, around a 64 match still. Must comply to the 2 hours 15-minute time limit. Trotopappas off to an early start, leads 2-1. Chapman over Randall, 3-1 to Chapman. 3-1 to Hilsey over Coleman. 1 apiece for Hoskin and Mack. Aussie Jones has his nose in front early days. So they've just updated the scoreboard. So there you go, 2 shots apiece now. It's Jones beat Turnbull. And Paul Twy rolled up 3-0 over Pomerantz. Joyce leading 3-1 over Fletcher. All those scores brought to you by the Travel Studio. Healthy crowd in JT and a lovely Traralgon Bowls Club today.
Yeah, no, it's going to build and build. I reckon as we come to the conclusion of the day.
2 more matches after this, JT.
Two more rounds of matches, yes, and we'll get down to 6 rinks around 5:30 roughly, playing the round of 16.
Couple more round of 16 matches being played elsewhere, so 6 will be in here on the indoor. Real highlight of the week.
Starter LEIGH McILVENNY. Good correction from his first.
Very polite in our effects might ask the marker a question. Say it was Mr. Turnbull, I reckon.
You
Very
reckon?
nice. Playing
Yeah.
against Aussie Jones.
He's a gentleman himself.
Touch shy with that one.
3 seconds.
It's the voice of Benny Fletcher next door. Very vocal player. You hear a bit of him in the effects mic, JT. Gets very up and about. Brandon Anderson on the run here.
Good hit. His toucher went out of bounds. He knocked one of his own back ones out, but he still has at least 1, if not 2. With plenty of room.
And the jack's in by about 2 inches. On the boundary to the left of screen as you look now. See it get kicked out. Rowdy Arthur watching on Facebook saying that Rodney Bates, who's marking this game, is going to use a lot of spray chalk. Thankfully, we've got some spares here ready to go. I reckon you're correct, Rowdy. Yeah, nice ball
Should be
from
enough.
LEIGH McILVENNY.
Yep. It's on the scoreboard. 2-1 time.
2-1. Add them together, that's 21. What?
Don't start.
Uh-oh. Love ya.
I haven't had lunch yet. I'm getting hangry.
I didn't even have to wind hard. I said one thing and it wasn't even about him. And he's already getting hungry. I love it. You know, the canteen out the back's closed for today too, JT.
Don't worry, I'll find something nice
Yeah.
and healthy somewhere.
They've closed the kitchen as well.
Yeah, okay.
They sold out of all the sandwiches and rolls. Benny Simmons saying the crowd sounds very loud. Yeah, it's a big crowd, a bumper crowd in here.
I wouldn't call it loud yet, though. It'll get there.
Yeah.
Starter again from Leigh McIlvENNY. He said it so many times. First bowl is very crucial in a game of singles. If you can nail that first bowl, it goes a long way to you winning. Just immediately puts the pressure on the opposition.
Mickey West is saying go party boy.
Well,
Leigh McIlvENNY's nickname, is it?
I think so. Funny enough, I played with Leigh many years ago. But I didn't know that was his nickname, but that's all right.
I reckon I have heard something about that before. Mickey will confirm if that's what it is.
He's another one of our premiership teammates. He's Leigh McIlvENNY.
He was in the Geelong West team as well.
Yep.
There you go.
He led for Nathan Bush.
Mushy. Bit of coverage at the back for Leigh McIlvENNY. Shez Tryrold is watching on Facebook, JT. She says hi to you. Obviously following Trout.
Trouty. Where is he? He must be at the back, is he?
No, he's out here. He's on rink 6, leading 5-2 over Gia Pomerantz.
There he is.
Early days,
Yeah,
obviously.
of course.
You'll see him just in the top of that picture. Shez.
Kim just asked the question, is Sue Roffey's game live scored? It is. It definitely is. It's currently 11-12. She's trailing by 1 shot against the Olivia Cartwright, Taylor Bruce, Lisa Phillips rink. And the Serenes are going that game.
Oh, very polite from Kim. She says, thank you. We are more than happy to help. Bailey Randall is in here too, Chris. And we can keep you updated on his scores. He's currently down 5-1 to Chapman. I don't blame you, Ben Simmons. It's the only reason I'm here, just to sit somewhere in the vicinity of JT. 3 shots still have Leigh McIlvENNY so far. What can Brandon Anderson do here? JT is down 3 shots. Playing with a lot of purpose, going to get his own ball. Gets 1 out.
Still 2 though. Score will be 3-2, Tone.
Is it a fair old roost, BJ?
Yeah. Map Peter Friday night. I'm looking forward to that, Tone.
Yeah, same. You know what else? I'm looking forward to happy hour, 6:30 to 8:30.
Yeah, I'm going to strategically not roster myself on the commentate
See,
then.
I'm wise to your tricks. You get me with this every time, and you'll have me commentating right through happy hour.
No. We've got a couple young lads that we can throw in there.
Yeah, I agree.
2 that don't really drink either.
Yeah.
They'll be doing the last match.
Looking forward to hearing that, Peter Fry.
Yeah.
A bit of an acoustic set here on a Friday night. Lovely Traralgon Bowls Club. If you can get down, please do. Of course, we're at the Victorian Open, courtesy of the Latrobe City Council and Destination Gippsland. Victorian State Government also ensuring the event.
One of our partners is on their way over to come and have a chat to you, Tone, because if I don't eat soon, I'll get even hungrier, so...
Well, I'm just going to tell her, come back later. Let's see if we can't really get JT going cuckoo. We didn't get confirmation of the party boy comment from
No,
Request.
Westy will probably text me or something, but it probably is right. Feels like it's right.
I think it is, but I don't know, one, whether the story is true, and two, if it is, whether it's PG.
So what are you now saying, that Westy's a liar?
No. not at
Well,
all.
you've been trying to get me into trouble with Westy for the last 3 days. Now you're just calling him a liar.
I'm saying he's probably tuned out because he knows that you don't value any of his tips. Hopefully he comes back.
I'll be texting him.
Well, he probably won't listen to you. Brandon Anderson, a little bit of good fortune to hold shot. He gets another one in there for a couple now. Well played, BJ.
Lee gets one out. Don't stand behind that head when he lets him go.
No, I was going to say both players have got a ripping drive on them. We saw Jet Simmons in the last game. He gets it away pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Hicks, the great man's confirming the nickname. Is it PG as to where it comes from? Tommy, that's what we need to know next. LEIGH McILVENNY. Just confirming whether he can come down and sit.
Well, he
bowl
just had
out
a,
or get a bit more creative.
So he's just had a drive, so that's probably what his second nature, whether he just goes again and tries to go for the shot bowl
Onto
or
the
goes
back
back
bowl.
to the draw. Going back to the draw.
Next question, Tommy Hicks, well answered. Thank you. Back to action here. Brandon Anderson holding one. LEIGH McILVENNY's just going to drift a touch wide. Now BJ will be looking at this. Can he remove the shot bowl? Have a second shot.
Don't know if I'll-
Stay for three.
I just think there's a big gap between the bowl and the jack. To me, just draw one, and if you happen to move it down the line, straight, makes three anyway.
Expert comments from Josh Thornton. Speaking of experts, expert tipster Mick West says he sent his tips to you the other day and said leave for the singles. And you said he can't tip.
He actually did.
See? You didn't believe it.
I tried.
How's this one, JT? Brandon Anderson just going to have to get the skates on. Could be. Certainly one.
All right, I'm going to step out for a little bit. Bring in one of our great partners, Tone.
Please go and get yourself something to eat, JT, so you can come back with a slightly better attitude. Oh, he's just ripped the headset off. Nearly ripped it out of the wall on his way. Oh, he's upturned the chair. Oh, he's really lost it now, JT. He's a very angry man. Thankfully for all of us, JT's having a break for a while. And while he does that, I'm going to introduce to you Nicola Beswick, who is the managing principal of White Rabbit Advisory. We mentioned White Rabbit Advisory quite a bit on the stream. They do terrific stuff. Afternoon to you, Nicola.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. We'll continue to call the game, but in between, I might just fire a few questions at you, if I may. Tell us about White Rabbit. What I know of them is that they partner with BV in our Women in Bowls program. And while you're here, you're offering free financial health checks for anyone at the event.
Correct, that's it. So White Rabbit Advisory, financial planning firm, all females. So
Oh,
my
beautiful.
whole team, a bunch of wonderful, lovely women supporting me and everyone. So yeah,
Perfect.
it's just lovely.
Very nice. Always nice to have an all-female team. We watched this drive coming in. Brandon Anderson played an absolute ripper, a thud from LEIGH McILVENNY. Brandon Anderson still holding a couple. He's not going to want to get too close to this for fear of building that target anymore. And so the website for White Rabbit Advisory, where do people go to find out more?
whiterabbitadvisory.com.au.
Perfect. And specialists in financial planning?
Correct.
Lovely. And how long have you been in business for?
White Rabbit's been operating for just over a year. I've been in financial planning for, 15 years or so.
Careful, don't show your age. Looks like you might have started young.
Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. And Kirsty, who's just joined us, she's been in financial planning for 6 years or so. She's just joined as an associate, and I'm watching on the screen here, so I'm very mindful of what's going on.
Well, there's plenty going on. So LEIGH McILVENNY's had 2 drives and hasn't been able to change it. He has gotten rid of a Brandon Anderson bowl down the back. But Brandon's got some coverage now, so we might see LEIGH McILVENNY back to the draw. But yes, so your team, you've got some people that have been in there for quite a while as well.
Quite a while, yeah.
Nice. And what would people expect out of the free health checks, financial health checks that they can do here at the event?
What I'm wanting people to do is be able to walk away getting a little bit of an understanding of where they might be financially, and in my experience, there's always things that we can do as financial advisors to help people be in a better position. So just getting a little bit of an overview and what else we could do.
With a big wind up, we'll come back to that in 1 second. Better shot, he's kicked out 1. Still going to be down 1, but much better than it was. Can't afford to give LEIGH McILVENNY multiple shots at the drive. Brandon Anderson will pick up 1, now leads 5-3. So you're looking for people to get a little bit more comfortable with their own finances and ask all the questions they need.
Correct.
Set themselves up for the future.
Correct. Yep. And especially in this time when it's lots going on.
Certainly is. Those who pay attention to their super will be looking at it almost in tears at the moment, as a little bit of chaos in the world can impact the market.
Correct. But it's all about understanding how you set it up and making sure that you don't have to be forced to sell in these times. So that's the key thing.
Spot on. And like almost anything to do with shares and super and those sort of things, if you look at little bits in isolation, it can be quite scary, but longer term planning is what financial planning is all about.
100%. That's exactly it.
Nice. So have you had many coming over and doing the health checks, and what sort of things are you finding with people?
So we've just arrived.
Lovely.
So very much looking forward to getting amongst everyone and having a chat.
I might come over myself and get some financial advice. I think I need it. I'd like to retire early and I want to have bucket loads of money and not have to worry about money for the rest of my life. Is that easy?
That sounds like everyone I talk to, right? So
nice shot for LEIGH McILVENNY, wrested away from Brandon Anderson. What are some of the key things that you generally find yourself suggesting to most clients? Obviously, we're not after specific advice because there's a bunch of regulatory requirements around how that works, but what are the key things that people generally get advised to do?
So, as you mentioned, superannuation, that is the biggest asset people have outside of their family home. So that's something that we always want to make sure people understand. And that they've got that set up working well for them.
And do you do self-managed super advice as well as in the big funds, or?
I do. So I'm a self-managed super fund accredited advisor as well. So I've got that specialised qualification, and I look at products as the last piece of the puzzle with financial planning. It's not the key part. It's really what I want people to do is get a really good understanding of what are they trying to achieve. So you mentioned about retiring early, bucket loads of cash. That's the goal, right? And so then we kind of work with the strategy of going, how do we do that?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense. LEIGH McILVENNY back on the mat here. He's a couple down. Switching hands, trying to either land the bowl or take the jack through. We're very close to getting back to the bowl. Just edges it. Skips on through into the ditch. Still be a couple down. Yeah, well, that's the secret, I imagine. As much as I'm being a little bit facetious, everybody wants to retire tomorrow. And,
Yep.
you know, never have to worry about money. It's not quite the reality for a lot of people, including myself. So we need to make smart decisions financially.
Yes.
If you've just joined us here at the Henselite Victorian Open, we're talking to Nicola Beswick, who's the Managing Director of White Rabbit Advisory. We're getting a little lesson in financial planning, and White Rabbit Advisory, for the next few days at least, are offering free financial health checks here at the Vic Open. One of our partners doing terrific things for all our members, and the business you're in actually impacts everybody, doesn't it? I mean, everybody at some stage is going to have to work out, do I have enough money for the future?
Yep.
And I would imagine starting early on the planning phase is always the way to go.
Definitely. And what you see is there's always things you could do for someone, whether you're just starting out in life, a younger teenager moving through into buying your first home, to that space where everyone's competing for something, mortgages, kids, parents, all going into that retirement space. So there's always lots of things that you can help people with, and yeah.
It's a big field, a complex field, which is why people need expertise like White Rabbit Advisory. It's not something we would ever say you should just do on a hunch, or I know somebody who says this is a good idea.
Yes, I think if you're starting to get advice from people that don't have qualifications in the area, that can
That's your first mistake.
biggest mistake. There's too many stories that I've heard, and particularly when it comes to AI at the moment as well, can be half right sometimes.
Yeah, that can be a little bit dangerous sometimes. Not dangerous for Brandon Anderson. He picks up a 3 and now skipped away to an 8-3 lead over LEIGH McILVENNY. This is men's singles action at the Henselite Victorian Open, round of 64. So if somebody comes to you, what's sort of the first thing you do in looking at somebody's finances and how it all works? What's the start of the process?
The start of the process is that really getting clear on where someone's at, understanding where they're at financially, and then also looking at where they want to go. So if we say people wanting to retire, for example, what does that look like? Is it 5 years, 10 years, looking at that goal? And then what we do is work backwards from there, going, okay, this is what you have, these are the things we can do. And then making sure that everyone's got little structures in place to make sure that things are going into the right areas. I'm being very careful here with what I'm saying.
Absolutely. We did say earlier, none of this is specific advice. This is purely a general chat, and everybody's individual circumstances will always be different. Do you still provide advice to those who are already retired?
Yes, very much so. And I think particularly when we get to using the example that we're in with the share market at the moment, you want to make sure that superannuation is actually structured right, that you're setting it up so you don't have to sell at times like this, that you've got that plan. And that's something that I encourage all of my clients that are retired, that we do and we work through.
Yeah. Very, very good advice there, Nicola Beswick, who is the Managing Principal at White Rabbit Advisory. She's joined us for an end or so. As we get back to the action here, Brandon Anderson on the mat now. Just one down. The front bowl of LEIGH McILVENNY is the shot bowl. That one's just going to cut under. Brandon. Speed was okay, just a touch under on the line. It's a good shot of the head view from what LEIGH McILVENNY will be seeing. It's the right track to come in on, all on the speed now. For LEIGH McILVENNY, looks pretty good. Well played. A couple of shots the way of LEIGH McILVENNY. People at the other end of the spectrum, those just starting out, might be getting their first job, or finished uni, or their TAFE trade qualifications, whatever it is. Is it can there be a too early time to see a financial planner? Or?
I think people in that situation, it's never too early to make sure that you understand what is actually going on. Just
watch this bowl come in from Brandon Anderson. Sorry to cut you off, Nicola, but it's an absolute peach couple down to one up. Well played.
I'm really enjoying sitting here, so I can really get a close-up at what's going on. It's
We've got all the
fantastic.
camera angles here,
Yeah.
so yeah, we can see things from just about every angle there is. Josh, who produces the show, does a fantastic job. So yeah, so somebody who's sort of just starting out in their journey of working and accumulating whatever they're going to need for retirement,
Yep.
they can still get some advice.
Definitely. I just recently talked to some amazing cricket players at the start of this week, and they were in that spot, and it's just getting to understand what superannuation is. Is it set up? Do you have the right things like insurances in place?
Yep. Yeah, very important. Obviously, we wish nobody ever has to use insurance, but it is a necessary evil. There's always a time, unfortunately. Leigh McIlvenny is just going to have to hold at this line for the bowl. Gets it out clean with no jack. You could hear him in the effects mic just saying, no jack, no jack. It's a lovely bowl. Certainly two. I don't think number 3 is in. No, it is in. Well, there you go. Lovely bowl from Leigh McIlvenny. It's down 8-3 before that end. Picks up a 3, gets back to 8-6. So, Nicola, anybody can come over and just see your White Rabbit advisor and get the free health check. There's no cost, there's no obligation. It's
No cost, no obligation. It is very much just making sure that any questions that you might have, you're wanting to, understand whatever it is, we're here. I've got my beautiful assistant, Mark, who's also here helping me out. If I'm
Nice.
already talking to people, he can book in a time and make sure that you get to see me. So, yeah.
And we have a lot of people at the Vic Open from, well, all around the world, but certainly all around Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Do people have to be based in Victoria to engage your services, or can you do them online or whatever it may be?
Wherever someone is. So if they're overseas on a lovely holiday, we'd definitely still be able to help. We offer virtual appointments as well. I think COVID very much brought that technology to a head, so we're around.
It did. We had to adapt pretty quickly
We
when it came to
did.
COVID, didn't we?
Yeah.
Morning to you, Warren Fair-Jones, watching from Collie in Western Australia. If you're after any financial planning advice, you can get onto the White Rabbit Advisory website and seek Nicola's details. She'll be able to help you. Doing some terrific stuff for all and sundry here at the Victorian Open. It's turned into a ripper match, this one. Saw right from the outset, the standard was always going to be quite high. Both these gentlemen, very, very accomplished bowlers. Make it look easy, aren't they, Nicola?
They do, yes.
I assure you it's not. If you saw me play, you'd understand just how difficult it is. For me, anyway. Brandon Anderson gets onto his own bowl. Let's cut the margin back to 1. Rodney Bates paddling this match, agrees. 1 shot away of Leigh McIlvenny so far. You're building a nice little head this end. That one's going to fall in for a second shot, so well played. So bowlers of all ages can engage your services. As we said, the health check is here free of charge for today, tomorrow and Sunday.
And Sunday.
And Sunday, perfect. So we'd encourage anyone to come down and have a chat to Nicola. I can assure you she's very, very lovely, and she's going to have the answers to all your questions.
Hold on.
Oh, Leigh McIlvenny, Brandon Anderson rather, just asking this one to hold on. Yeah, that one has just kicked the wrong way. Unfortunately, really hidden the jack well for 3 down. So terrific to have you as you and your organisation as a partner of us. And Nicola was saying earlier, for those who've just joined us, she's got 15 years' experience in the financial planning trade, so well and truly qualified and experienced to give good advice on anybody who needs any advice. And let's face it, we pretty much all do.
Yep.
Unless we're qualified financial planners ourselves. You wouldn't service your own car, you don't operate on your own heart. You go to an expert, and it's exactly the same in financial planning.
Correct. I always say to people, finances are a different language altogether,
Yep.
and understanding the nuances is really, really important, particularly with those kind of life stages that we all kind of see over time. the one thing that I love about what we do is there's all the little tricks that we've seen time and time again that we can put in place. Yeah.
Well, it can make such a big difference in having the right structure of your finances, even little tweaks here and there. By the time you get through the next, 10, 20, 30 years of working, can make a very big difference at the end.
Definitely. And particularly when we don't know what's going to happen, right? And there's so many things that we need to prepare for. And I'm really enjoying just sitting here. So this is a great spot.
Well, the good news is, for all our viewers, we've got 2 more games after this one today here on BBTV. So there'll be plenty of bowls. And the other thing, and I know it's, somebody has to lose for it to happen, but every match now there's a winner and a loser, and all the losers generally stick around and watch all their mates play and so on. So it does turn into a very good atmosphere in here.
Oh, that's lovely. A really kind of nice sportsmanship there.
It is. It is. We're in for an absolute treat tonight as we watch Brandon Anderson's last bowl of this end. On the drive, needed to get rid of some bowls. He gets rid of one. It's better. Leigh McIlvenny will pick up another couple of shots and get this one back to 8 shots apiece. And with that, we're going to send Nicola back to the stall because she's going to have a lineup of people over there waiting to come and get some free health checks. As we said, very, very specialised area of expertise in the financial planning space. So Nicola Bestwick, thank you very much. The Managing Principal for White Rabbit Advisor. We appreciate you giving us a few minutes on air, and we look forward to a lot of people lining up over there and getting some free health checks for their financial advice. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Nicola Bestwick, Managing Principal of White Rabbit Advisory. Certainly great opportunity for people to get some free advice. 8 shots apiece here, and from one superstar to the next.
Afternoon, Tone.
I'm not going to say your name and see if people guess who you are. It's a friendly face, a friendly voice.
Very friendly. Very friendly. How are we finding this match, Tone?
Yeah, it's been an absolute ripper. We saw from the outset that the standard was very good, and we've seen that. Announcement going over in the venue, so just pause for a little. Brandon Anderson started to kick away. I won't say your name, I'm waiting for people to guess who it is. He got out to about an 8-3 lead, and then Leigh McIlvenny has just kicked back for an 8-all.
It was a pretty fair end, that last end, 3 within a couple of inches.
Yeah, Brandon Anderson just got the wrong side of a bowl and kicked the jack towards Leigh McIlvenny. He's already had shot anyway, but turned it into a 3.
Another pretty fair one there from Leigh.
People obviously can't tell your voice, mister. That's all I'm giving away.
Well, I'm glad you're confirming male.
Yes. Oh, hang on.
That's questionable,
They've
probably.
got it straight away.
Oh, knackers.
Casper John's got it. G'day, Troy and Tony. Of
Casper.
course, it's Troy Stafford, hence Lights, National Sales Manager. And we are very well honoured to have some guests in the commentary, and certainly Troy Boy, one of the most learned of the lot. John Rich says Mr. Stafford. Tim Humphries.
I haven't been called that since I was a school teacher.
Knacker's got it. Aaron Ward's got it. Christian, they're all
There
over
we
it.
go.
No one's got it wrong or deliberately got it wrong and guessed anything funny
Oh,
yet too.
yeah, wait for it. There'll be some clowns out there.
I know there'll be someone. You know what's nice? It's just nice to have someone who's not so cranky all the time like that, JT.
Yeah, it's
He's been grumpy today, Troy. You should have heard him earlier.
it's a long week, isn't it? And it's testing for some.
Well, he hadn't eaten, so, he got a bit hungry.
Hangry.
Leigh McIlvenny still holding one. It's nice and warm in here. Leigh McIlvenny's got the long strides on, as I do myself, and you do.
Well, he did have. He's stripped
Gone
off.
back to the shorts now. I don't blame him.
It does get humid here, particularly later in the day, and I think the green slows a little bit, narrows up a little bit.
It's quite cool outside.
Yeah, we're whinging about it being too warm in here, but we'd much rather be in here than out there.
Yeah, the temperature outside says 16, but feels like 12. So
Beautiful.
nice spot to be in here.
This might just change. Oh no, it's probably fattened the target.
Didn't get any jack, which was good. A bit of jack movement might have been a bit of trouble. Holding a couple now. LEIGH McILVENNY. What's the shot for BJ?
Well, I think it's big. I think, you know, on the carpets, they're often draw or drive. He's got the back. He's got 2 seconds. I think he looks for this. Get the 2 bowls, get the jack.
That sort of swing weight can be pretty hard on some greens. Does have a big drive on him, BJ.
And as you said last end, whilst he didn't get the result he wanted, he sort of hit what he wanted. So he's playing it. Needs it to hold.
Contact on the back bowl.
Got it out enough
Kicks
to
it
cut
far
it.
off.
Yeah.
That's a success in my mind.
Yeah, 100%. The scoreboard will say 1, but the bowl of his last one is worth 1 as well. How are you finding this Vic Open, Tone?
Oh, look, I love it. I mean, I do, to be honest, I love this time of year. You get to go to the events, whether it's the Vic Open or LEIGH McILVENNY, he's just put the jack in the pit, so that might force a change in length.
Well, his
Brandon
last
Anderson.
one was centimetres from the ditch,
Yeah.
so he's tempting fate.
He is. I do love all these events where you get the opportunity to catch up with some people that you don't necessarily see that often. So
Yeah, I enjoy that. That's the other event I like for that is region sides.
yes,
Because you see them from all over the state, and often you haven't seen them since the previous region sides.
I must say the only difficulty with region sides, there's not that many 4 green venues around
No.
like there used to be.
No.
So quite often now you're split into sections of 2 greens.
Yeah, so you don't see everyone.
Yeah.
But back in the day when it
Well,
used to
in the
be a
old days when it was
Corowa,
Corowa with 8 greens
you'd
or something
see,
silly.
yeah, you'd see everyone was at the same venue, and
Yeah.
you'd see the same people year in, year out, and it was just a good catch-up.
It is. Yeah, terrific opportunity. So Brandon Anderson hasn't changed the length too much, to be fair. Certainly hasn't impacted LEIGH McILVENny. He's
No.
rammed it straight back on the jack. Michael Yacoub saying Leigh's got a haircut. He certainly does. He used to have
Yeah.
quite long hair.
Surfy look he used to have.
Yeah. So yeah, very much enjoying the Vic Open, Troy Boy. We're enjoying having Henselite as a part of it, as we always do.
Yeah, we certainly love coming down here, and I'll just spend the day talking bowls with people, and it's pretty good.
Happy days. I must say your stall looks $1 million too, just quietly. It's a lovely setup
It's-
for those who
yeah,
haven't had a
yeah,
chance to
it's-
see it. It's got just about every colour and size of bowl there you can possibly want.
We've got a 000 there.
000.
Yeah,
It's
we had a
small hand
double,
using
but we
that.
sold a 000.
To a
000.
junior or to a
No,
an adult?
lady.
Yep.
Lady,
Yep.
yep. So the 000 might go tomorrow because you got the juniors here.
Could well do. Now, can I ask you this? There's a bit of talk lately that, Aaron Wilson uses a size 2 or whatever due to...
Well, he chops and changes between a 2 and a 3.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And some issues with his wrist and so
Yep,
on.
yeah,
Is there a trend of people going down a size? 'Cause
absolutely.
There used to be a trend to go up a size. People always thought it was better to be bigger.
When I first started, you've got to use the biggest bowl you possibly can.
Yeah.
I started as a junior and used size 0s, and my skip had size 7s.
Yeah, wow.
And that was the trend. So I went from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, ended up at 4s, and I'm now back using size 3. And the way I sell bowls, the way I coach, is that the best bowl is the one that fits most comfortably in your hand.
Yeah, spot on. BJ Henderson. It's a nice bowl. Get something in
Oh, there we
behind.
go. You can see the range of colours. You can see back of Layla's head. She looks like she's working really hard there at the moment.
She does. And in behind that, there's bowls bags, there's shoes, there's grippo, there's toucher spray, there's bowls plus the whole lot.
Yeah.
So if you can get down and see either Layla or Troy when we haven't pinched Troy for a bit of commentary work, we'll be well served by doing so.
So,
We'll
yeah,
give
it's-
some scores from around the grounds in just a second, Shez. We'll wait till the conclusion of this end.
Well, just going to be under. The other thing I talk to people about with their bowl is, you know, they're trying it out. Yeah, that feels all right. Well, that's all right in perfect conditions, but what if it's wet, cold, humid? I can hold a 4 in perfect conditions, but when it's a little more challenging,
a little bit slippery.
I wish I had a 3, so that's why I use a 3. So it's definitely a trend to drop down. It used to be back then it was size 4 was the most common size we sold. Now it's 3, followed by 2.
Yeah, well, there you go. Last bowl here from Brandon Anderson.
If he can get around and turn that jack, good effort.
Very good effort. Is it good for second shot or is it just the one?
I think it's 1. Rodney Bates looks ready with a 1 as well. Yeah.
1 it is. Quickly go around the grounds for McDonald's Gippsland for you. Shez Twyrold. We'll give all the scores. Coleman leading Hillsey 10-8. Chapman leading Randall 14-3. Mack leading Hoskin 10-4. Protopappas leading 6. Jones 13 leading Turnbull 4. Pomerantz leading Twyrold 9-8 to answer your question, Shez, and 10 apiece between Joyce and Fletcher. Of course, the match we're on.
And one more to add here, Tone, before you disappear. Yep.
On to Brandon Anderson, which will put us at 9 shots apiece on the stream rink. And Troy Boy, I shall leave you with the spunk himself, Sammy Rogers.
Look out. Jeez, it's you've talked him up, Tone. Unfortunately, though, I would say he's got a face for commentary, but he's starting to grow a mo too. I'm not sure if he thinks it's Movember, but something's going on there.
Hey, Matt.
How are you, Sammy?
I have been pretending to be busy. Also
So
known as
standard.
avoiding commentary. But here we are. And my tip for the tournament has got a game on his hands.
Who was
But
your
who
tip?
did I tip? Dun, dun, dun. I tipped Leigh.
Leigh.
Oh, well, that, you guessed that before I said it. Well done. How's things, Stifford, in Team Hanselite?
Going well. Yeah, going well. Selling plenty of bowls and
Trying to resell bowls as well, I hear. It's not an easy job, that.
No.
Selling
no.
brand new bowls is much easier.
Yes, it is, because they're nice and shiny, and everyone loves a new set of bowls. It's sort of just a nice thing. A lady bought a set earlier this morning, and she said she's going to a printing shop. She's going to print out a certificate and take it home and show her husband and say that she won the minute raffle.
Great.
She goes, I'm 60. I shouldn't be too scared to tell my husband, but I am, so.
Fantastic. All right, Leroy is holding a couple on, what is that, number 12.
Good call, Bull. Just a bit of fluff there.
Block. Oh, actually almost did.
You didn't.
Whoops.
Bit trigger happy.
That would be bad.
All right. Last bowl for Brandon. He's got to get past this bowl, which I think he's done.
Touch a jack for 2.
Maybe
Touch a
for
jack
1.
for 1. So
You
it
take
late,
that.
didn't it?
It did. It did.
Late movement.
So you tipped Leigh to win the singles?
Yeah,
Do you get
tipping
2
competition.
tips?
We're thinking that the competition could be slightly flawed.
Right.
We think the man in charge may be going in there and changing a few of his own tips and other people's.
Oh, gee, that's
We'll put it in dispute.
concerning.
Dispute.
Concerning.
I'll cop a message in less than 3 minutes, guarantee it.
So who was your second tip?
I reckon my second tip was out very early. As
Was it
in
Mitch
didn't make it
Sidebottom,
to
was
today.
it?
I think it was. Mitchell. No, I tried to go a little bit. I mean, it's such an open field, Troy, but that's the thing.
Yes, well, that was the best game I commentated last year was Mitch Sidebottom, Matty Flapper. That was an amazing
It was
game.
bowl for bowl.
It was.
This one needs to hold
It was
on.
about a last 16, I reckon.
One going to. This will be 1 to Beach. Gets the lead back for the first time since when? Let me have a look at the scores.
Not too long.
Not too long at all.
No.
Been run of ends both ways. Beach won the first 2 ends and Lee won the next 2. Beach won the next 3. Lee won the next 3 after that. Beach has picked up the last 2 ones. So, if history continues to repeat,
And all,
Leigh McIlvenny will pick up the next couple of ends.
what Speed's got? Oh, no, he's got a 2 and a 3. And the rest ones. Yeah, handy starter here. Just on the draw line, that one. I don't think it'll make him change hands, but
Women's triples action as well today, Troy Boy. They're
what are they down to?
in their quarter-final matches out at Hayfield this afternoon. Jill Hopper, Debbie Goran, Sarah Braybrook getting the win over Olivia Bloomfield's 3, 14 shots to 10. So the Ballarat side, or composite side if you like, are through to the semi-finals. They will play Olivia Cartwright, Taylor Bruce, Elisa Phillips, who have won it on the last 10 with a 1.
Olivia's
That was the margin, 14-13 over Di Payne, Ty McLeod and Sue Roffey, yes.
Olivia's yet to lose a game in this tournament.
The longer it goes on, I mean, she's due to lose one.
Don't
Right.
let it be with you, mate.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
I knew exactly what you were thinking.
I wasn't like barracking against anyone. I'm like, oh, you can't keep winning.
Imagine that. Imagine if you win every game for the whole event.
They've got
Singles, pairs, triples, and mixed pairs.
They've got a semi-final to come this afternoon, so we're going to lay down to the final of the women's triples tonight. In the bottom half of the draw, we're a little bit out of whack for times here, but I can tell you is that the other 2 quarterfinals, they are underway. Lee MacArthur letting Chris McGarity, they're Maribula teammates, 11 shots to 10 after 14, so an end to go there. They're 1 up. And Lisa Trelawn playing alongside Chelsea Pollock. Addie Ryan, they're letting Joe Martin 7-2 after 8. Low scoring, but they've got themselves a nice lead going into the second half of that one.
I was chatting to Jo last night. She was, she said to me, "Oh, I managed to get a fill-in my triples." I said, "Oh, who did you get?" She goes, "Sharon Renshaw." I said, "Oh,
Just was
that's
looking
not
through
a
the
bad.
rest of their team. Yes,
That's not a bad replacement.
Jelly Simpson leading up, Sharon playing 2, Joe skipping that rink.
Pretty handy, isn't it?
Beach is a couple down here, but they are sitting side by side. Just watching from the sidelines, been plenty of weighted shots in the first dozen ends. Beach is looking to arrive onto them this time.
Just playing it with really soft weight. I don't know if it'll get down on that hand, will it?
Close.
Oh, he's just...
What a great shot from
what a
Beach.
brilliant shot. Didn't have any weight, he just dead drew it.
Falls to the other side of the line, still good enough for 1. Gets a little bit chalk for his efforts as well.
Lee's got a nice shot on here on the forehand though. Got the back one, get the split on his and
I think so.
Brandon's.
If he gets a real good angle on the forehand, he could almost turn it away without the jack.
yeah, 100%. And if he gets sort of a fair bit of his first, then there's more chance he's going to get that bowl of Brandon's out without the jack.
She was looking up, lining up sort of angles on the backhand. I guess if he was going big, whether the jack got out or if it stayed in, it was still one. And then he sort of made his way back to the mat looking more forehand. I think that's the way to go about it.
Yeah, I think if you go backhand, I think you're ruining all those good draw shots you've got there. If you go too big.
One down, but still a good shot on.
Is it going to
Close.
get
Needs
down?
to get the inside of Beeges first.
Oh, he got too much of his own.
That's not in the fortunate column.
No.
It's the opposite. Another one to Beege. 3 ones in a row. Gets it out to 11 shots to 9. How unfortunate is this? I thought after he got a little bit of the front one of Beeges, that was going to be enough to straighten him back onto the shot bowl.
Just didn't get enough of that front one, did he? Afternoon to you, Maxie.
Maxie boy. Another good game in store. Random 64 men's singles action coming your way from the Traralgon Bowls Club. Still 2 more streams to come tonight. Stiffy, a long day for the players.
Long day for you too, Sam.
We'll get all the way down to the quarterfinals, and they will be played 9 AM tomorrow morning.
Have you got a live score on Matty O'Brien for me?
Oh, I know you'd be after one.
Unless he hasn't started yet. He was
Matty
playing
O.
Mark Armstrong.
It's up against Mark Armstrong. Sometimes these games were scheduled for 2:15. So the actual live filter won't work, but if we go into the match itself, well, helps to get to the right round. They're already up to the round of 32 there.
While you're doing that, pretty fair opener from Brandon.
Not to be outdone. Have a look at this for a response.
Very good.
Great bowls. Matthew has picked up a 2 and a 3 the last 2 ends. He's 8-7 ahead against Mark Armstrong. What a match that is. We're just at the round of 32 stages still. Got some absolute crackers in store. They're playing down at the RSL, Troy Boy.
Yes, not far away.
And then they'll come back over.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Are they coming
I
back here
think
later
they're
in the
meant to be
day?
coming
Or
back over here after this one. Just getting up the big bracket.
close here
Graham.
from Lee? Oh, he's not going to get enough of his own bowl.
Great attempt. So
Unlucky again.
2 winners from the RSL, so 2 games happening there. The 2 winners of that will come back to here for 1 more game this evening. And also the winner from Morwell. That's between Gaz Drusco, who we know, and Glenn Barker from Mettung. So a bit of a
Is
local
that
flavour.
the same Glenn Barker used to play at Mitcham? Don't know.
No, I wouldn't have
Okay.
a clue. My Eastern Rangers bowling knowledge is not up to scratch.
Something for you to work on in the off-season, Sam.
Bottom half, bottom quarter of the draw will remain at Newborough, so still 2 games for the day over there. The top half of the draw. Stay here at Traralgon. That looks tight out of the hand.
It does. Yeah, it'll be interesting, you know, where this men's singles lands. If it's anything like the women's, it's those semi-finals are very stacked. Some
The women's, even the quarters were probably outrageous. Like, I mean, the
yeah, you
quality
had
of the games
Kelly
and probably
and
the
Lisa.
names as well. That was like who's who in the event. It feels like the men's singles. There's so many good players that
Yeah.
they're going to take each other out
Well, some
on the
of
way.
them,
So
yeah, some of them will be in the same section because it's, you know, it's unseeded. So,
Yep.
but yeah, those quarterfinals, you had Kelly versus Lisa, and you had Liv versus Selena.
Yeah. Sharon Renshaw got over Hannah Dawson, and then Haley O'Reilly down to far end, who's playing unreal right now.
Very
Better
much
than Nick
improved.
McKenzie.
Very much improved, Haley.
They're drawing forehand. Love to beat this red back one. Something like that.
Yeah,
Some third
that's
shot,
a
well
very
played.
good home.
Threatening
Jack's
to-
going flying.
Yeah, who was that? That's come up the green, has it?
Was Lucas Protopappas? No.
Had me for a second. I looked up and Lucas halfway down the
It's
green.
the first person I saw, so I thought I'll go with Lucas.
Jack forwards. Yeah. Back here, Leigh McIlvenny, 1 down again. Needs to try and pop the bowl.
Needs this to get down.
Such a tough shot on this hand, Troy boy.
Yeah.
Misses by the same margin, but the other side, so it'll be a fourth end in a row to Brandon Anderson, and a fourth single.
Well, that's the positive, though, isn't it, for Leigh? They're only ones. Can't do too much damage dropping ones.
It is, and he's still built some good heads. He's just going to duck off for a second for a quick breather. Gives us a chance to get around the grounds. Troy Boy gave you, you are Troy Boy. Tony gave you an update. Or did you want to give an update? That's right. The screen's in a good spot for everyone except for us.
Yes. It's perfect for us sitting over there at the Henselite stand. We can... the only thing that confuses me all the time is I see the first one, and I don't know why, but I think, oh, there, the first one's the stream rink.
Yeah,
and I work back the other way, and I look, oh, okay. So the one I'm looking for is on rink 7, so I go to the second closest to me, and then I go to the second closest, and it's the other way around. Question for you. We'll get to the scores in a second. When your opponent goes for a quick bathroom break, do you continue to play the first bowl or wait for them to come back? No, I would wait.
Speed has just played that and pulled up a good metre short on the line.
Just because then there's a big gap between your first bowl and your second, so I wouldn't even roll the jack. I'd just wait. What would you do?
Don't know. Usually I'm never winning a game, so it's usually me ducking off to the bathroom. If I'm ever up, I win one game. I'll let you know if the opponent runs away. But I'll keep your advice in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, just wait.
Benny Fletcher, 12 all. These are around 64 games against Gavin Joyce from Werribee. Paul Twyrold, a.k.a. Trouty from Rosebud.
Just before we go any further, that Gavin Joyce from Werribee, is he the one that won the Metro
West Champ at Champs
beat
currently?
Dane McKinnon.
In the final. Will be at Champs Week in Bendigo East next month.
He played Brody Harker this morning, and he was unbelievable.
No, different person.
Oh, different.
Same club, different person.
Yeah, because, okay. But whoever it was, the guy from Werribee that played Brody was sensational.
Aussie Jones 3 away, leads 18-4 against Nick Turnbull. Leigh McIlvenny's return to the rink, thankfully. That would have been bad if he just left the building.
Well, whatever he went and did, it worked.
Lucas Protopapas, we said he's putting jacks up the green. He's leading this one 13-8. Adrian Mack. Is that Adrian Mack? It is. 15-4 against Ian Hoskin. Chappie, what is Bailey Randall doing? 17-3.
Oh, not much.
Fair dinkum. Harry Coleman's all the way over on rink 1 against Ian Hillsley. Ian Hillsley's won a couple club championships on rink 1. That's what we told him, Harry, pre-game, just to put him off. And, Harry is, he's got a battle, 13-10 head. Leigh McIlvenny, good shooting.
Yeah.
Those are the games on the indoor trail. We've got a full green out the back of game as well. I saw Ben Simmons earlier in the day, actually.
Yeah, he's gone home.
Pass. Seen enough. Page close here. Just to hold on.
Oh.
No change.
Ben Simmons asked if I still play bowls. I wouldn't call it that. I don't know what I'd call it, but I do something.
This is good shooting. Page clapping it on the way in. Just doesn't want to build any target. Doesn't look like it's going to.
It certainly isn't.
So he shot the last 4 ends, Troy Boy. They've all been ones. Some of those ends, he's still built good heads, and he's built another one here.
And this is where you rue your first bowl, isn't it? Like, if that bowl's not there, BJ's just going
running.
big.
Yep.
I just called him BJ. No one calls him BJ, do they? What is it? Is BJ because it's BJ? Like, is his middle initial a J?
I'm just going to call him BJ for the rest of the game. I could get around that.
I didn't even...
I've met someone named BJ in about 12 years, but we're bringing it back.
So he's playing the hard weight.
Can't afford to miss wide here.
Yeah, it's what's going to happen.
He's going to throw this in, and the 4 shots he's conceded over the last 4 ends. You'd imagine he's going to get straight back and get the lead back as well.
Thank you for your kind words, Unch. You should be making bowls. What are you doing?
Darren Hooper was the man who played earlier and knocked out Brody Harker.
Right.
Himself, he is out to the hands of last year's winner, Kobe Barton, outside here at Traralgon, 21-13. McIlvenny is going to make no mistake.
How's that for 4 bowls?
It's pretty solid grouping. Get it on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Excellent consistency. Back in the lead, Leigh McIlvenny 13, BJ Anderson 12 for a spot in the last 32.
If I was Brandon, I'd be locking that in and going, right, don't put the mat and the jack there and there, because clearly Leigh loves it.
Special offers on bag accessories.
$50 off set of bowls this week. Come and see us at the Henselite stand, or give us a ring and we can honour that for you if you're not here.
Still got our integrated pairs, under 18 pairs tomorrow, and then the under 18 singles events on Sunday. So still plenty of action happening. Of course, finals weekend as well to come. Good opener again from Leigh.
When's the first final semi? Is it first up tomorrow, or is there some semis and then a final?
So the plan at the moment, it's that the plan is the women's triples final will go ahead. However,
there's a clash.
depending on who's
there?
in the final, we could have a clash first up
yeah,
with Liv.
Yeah. Oh, she'll have to pull out of the mixed pairs.
This is good stuff from Leigh. Another one in there.
It's always the mix that's the challenge, isn't it? Because you can obviously put a men's game and a women's game, and you're right.
We got it down as far
the
as we could to the semi-final.
The mixed is the challenge.
Gave it a chance. It is funny. It's such a nice hand to dead draw on. I reckon when you play 2 foot, it's just that little bit trickier still on the ditch side.
It seems like it turns late, so therefore it's it's not turning till the weight's coming off. You see that starting to hook in now. Oh,
Probably wants to fall down.
you won't be happy with where it's finished. Gives Beach a nice little shoulder.
And if we take the guesswork out of it, he can still play the same speed and get the same result. Jack all the way through. Work off the last one, sitting maybe half a bowl in front.
Is this one going to get down? It's coming now.
Inside this bowl, that's going to be.
Oh, there's a hole
no,
there.
Umpire.
Oh, he's
Oh, referee. I think Leigh McIlvenny deliberately left that gap with his third bolt. If he did, he's a genius. And
He'll
guess
claim
what?
it
He's
now.
going to walk back to the mat, second in a row, drawing.
Does he
for a fourth.
stay same, or does he change and beat the last bowl?
Oh, it's such a tricky one, right? Imagine Beach going to be in the area again. I think he might throw another one in.
The players just love this hand, so they tend to just stick with it.
I think he can just draw up to his own.
Just going past, I think. Same bowl, surely you don't get a hole
Dude,
twice.
I
Nearly
nearly
fell
fell
off
off
the
that.
seat.
Can't go through the gap twice in a row. Tied up.
Could get his own front one. If it holds enough. Just cutting under. That's
How
two
about
big
this
ends,
for a
isn't
change
it?
in momentum, Troy Boy?
Oh, it's big.
Beach has gone from 12-9 in front, now trails 12-16, and Leigh McIlvenny just 5 shots away. He's picked up 4 and a 3. And he's done his best to roll the jack out of bounds here.
No, he's just rolling it off centre so he could get it going and
You reckon?
not run into the mat. Not inconvenience the marker to have
That
to
is
run.
brilliant. Brilliant. I love that.
We don't want to see Rodney Bates running and doing an injury. Or as Matthew Crichton would call it, doing a fat lock. I've done a fat lock, he says.
Look at him go. He is just locked in right
Oh,
now.
this
Gets
is
back to
his-
the line.
This is the way where he just put 4 on a dime.
A few other scores from outside Stiffy. Cooper Kraus, Todd Simmons locked in an absolute battle. Cooper up 10 shots to 9. He's all around 64 games. Dean Reaver, who we saw earlier, that was a fair game of bowls. 17-7 against Jeff Van Voot. That's better from Beach. Gets a bit of a touch on the way through. Vinnie McIlveen 20-6 ahead, 1 away. And
Who's that against?
That's against Brad Cook from Middle Park. And
Yep.
Brett Marnie, 12. Andrew Burton from Frankston, 11. is the
Brad
current
Cook, I
state
put
of
him in my
affair.
super coach last night. He went all right, and now he's back here playing.
That's a good effort to get up from
I know.
Geelong in time.
Yeah, he's done well.
Hey, tell you what, the Adelaide Crows colours aren't far off Middle Park, aren't they?
There you go.
Lee just searching to sit in this shot pole, missed under.
This is pretty fair. A couple of
And
bowls from Beach.
Beach, not sure what happened in the last 10 minutes, but he's back.
Well, maybe the difference is that Lee gave him a little bit of more space with his first bowl. Going big, though.
What the heck, didn't hold back there.
No, there's a bit of pace behind that. Just doesn't want to sit this next to it. Pretty fair bowls. No adding to that target.
Okay, so we've gone from... What was that? Yeah, yeah. No, I told Beach pre-game to just relax. Lee's my tip, so, you know. I wish you all the best, but go Lee.
Beach asking Sammy to lie in front of it. I think at the speed that Lee just drove with, I don't think it'd make much difference. You
Maybe
just
get
go
Tony down there, he wouldn't feel it.
straight through you and to the jack.
Closer.
Oh, same result.
How's this Troy boy? We've gone from 5 ends of singles,
Yeah,
4 to lead, 3 to lead, and now B just going to draw for 4 and try and square this one all up at 16. Unbelievable, really.
just when you think, oh yeah, Beach is just getting the ascendancy. Lee goes bang bang and scores 7 in 2 ends. And then Beach goes, well, that's enough of that.
Lee's gone to the bathroom break, and we're going to have 10 shots from potentially 11 scored in 3 ends.
Yeah.
Remarkable. Not a lot of room still to throw the last one in, but needs to make it count. He's played 3 goodies already.
Well, Lee did it to him, didn't he, when he had room, you know, last bowl. Just needs to come back. He's trying. Oh, he'd be disappointed, I think.
Might just be 3, and Leigh McIlvenny may just continue to lead. They'll have a look at the 4th.
Okay, measure.
Yeah, Lee wasn't conceding it, but not much drawing of second shot going on. Well, it's not like there was a lot of room to draw a second shot there for Lee.
No, you've got to play the shot that presents, and, you know, that was the shot. Three. Rodney was ready with his 3 paddles.
16-15, we're getting a wriggle on for a spot in the last 32. Just
Plenty
having
of time left, I would imagine.
what time is it? 2:30. This day's gone very fast. Yeah. What did we start? We didn't start close until about just after 1, I think. Just having a look at
So
the
about
brackets.
50 odd minutes
yeah,
left.
Yep. In the last 64, where these guys lead, they will potentially play Lucas Protopapas or Leo. How do you pronounce that actually?
I believe so.
From Hong Kong, Lucas 14-9 up.
Big
They're in this-
contingent from Hong Kong, isn't there?
Brilliant, and lots of the development guys are sat in behind that ring number 4
Yeah,
over
youth
there as
development team. They got the YDT.
well. I think a few of the under-18s are sticking around for the under-18 events over the weekend as well, which is
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
good.
They're in the same little bracket as Shane Chapman against Bailey Randall, where Chappie is
Good shot late.
18-3 up and still playing.
Someone tells me more entries in the girls' singles than the boys' singles this year. Is that right?
In the under-18 events?
Yeah.
No.
No? I've been given poor information.
Oh, maybe you're right. Hey, I had it up 2 seconds ago. Stand by.
Not bad here again from Lee.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah?
Yep.
How cool is that?
7 sections of girls singles going around. They're set up as sections of 3, same as the open events. So play 2 to get the experience of marking a 1.
That's great. Great to hear. Fair shot here.
Here's BJ.
How's that?
What a bowler.
Brilliant.
Falls in front of the jack. Last
Right.
bowl is the closest.
I think it's going to force the switch.
Yeah, there's still enough room to turn it away from the jack if he wants to play forehand.
Little touch on the jack would be handy too.
To miss wide. Trying.
Yeah, I think it's just going to cut. Good weight for the shot.
Oh, I was going to say, if he fell down, was no good for him. Falling out is still not the worst. Where does Beads try and get to now?
Oh, beat those two of Leigh's.
Draw another on the backhand. Get
Yeah.
into the...
Try and get off the inside of that jack high bowl.
Like it.
I think Leigh will change hands back to the backhand. He's got more options on that backhand side now. Might count. Doesn't increase the target.
Sneaky. It always looked slightly under, didn't it?
It did.
It was such good speed that it stopped just about level. What's Leigh looking at now, Troy boy?
Well, I liked backhand before Beach put that there. I still think I like backhand, but he's probably worried now that if he gets the shot bowl onto the jack, it's going to the last one. But the backhand just opens up the option of getting the inside edge of his own. Some might say, oh, that'd be lucky if you did, but it's a legitimate option here. 1 and a measure, Rodney indicates. Yeah, he's playing that backhand.
Oh, it didn't bend it there, did it?
No, did not. Don't know, that might have cut it back to 1. When you play singles, do you carry the mat with you or place it back like Leigh did?
I haven't seen a lot of carrying the mat this week. I actually just noticed it before when you were talking about Leigh rolling the jack, so it didn't hit it. No, always carry the mat.
I'm
Well, not
always
always, but
I'm
yeah.
always a carry the mat person.
Yeah. 9 to Beach, tied again. Troy, 16 apiece. We saw a random flurry of scoring. 10 shots in 3 ends. Feeling as though that's going to slow right back up. And these little final stages, spot in the last 32 on the line.
It's funny, it's a bit like footy, you know, the game opens up and you get a few goals. It's a bit like, you know, someone, when you see 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then someone gets a number, and then the next, you know, the other team gets a number. Good opener again from Beach, just sitting jack high though. Nice little guide for Leigh. Played this pretty well, got the hole.
Is tight. Such good weight control though, it's not going to go far away.
It's probably 2. Early days. Touch wider. Just the other
Yeah,
side
sort
of
of backed
it
off
there.
the speed.
Yeah. Second
Coming off
shot.
a second, yep.
I wonder if that was deliberate. Just go around the back.
Leigh's more looking to try and draw this cold rather than trail at 2 foot.
I think so. There's a big hole there. I suppose it's for Beach, just a bit of insurance.
I think he thinks he's wide out of the hand. It's not
Look.
terrible though, is it?
Oh, it looks wide.
He's wide. He kept the perfect pace to draw it. If he's only one down and Beach somehow misses out and doesn't change this with the last, he can maybe afford to play it. Leigh with his last to trail that up the line.
Yeah, I think Beach would like to get to his own, turn his own back a foot and stay for 2. Deep breath. Similar to his third one, I think.
Yeah, so depending on what the pace is, it runs on past the back. Well, if he's only one down, he's got to take a chance, doesn't he?
I think so.
So forehand, trying to cut it down the line, or changing hand? Doesn't want to change hand and flick the other way in. That's the only thing if it's only one.
I think he knows the forehand side better than the other side.
One and a measure.
Does that change it to a draw then? Depends how confident you are that it's only one.
If he's got the same pace, he might be a chance, but if not, he's under here.
I think he needs to hold.
What an attempt.
Yeah, he
Look
had
at
the
the
weight to-
pace for it. That was
yeah.
perfect to trail for 3
100%.
4. Beach trying to claim 2. Well, he's going to have to
It is
concede. It is a multiple. What on earth is this run?
That's a big bowl, isn't it? Like, you know, you 18, 16 down, you get it, you're 20, 16 up.
Dropping a 4 and a 3 Beach to being 16, 12 behind. It's taking 3 ends to get the lead back and is now 3 shots away from victory. Strange old game. The old Lorne Bowls.
Momentum swings.
Strange, those 2 ends, he was just loosely banged them on, and then, I mean, since then, it's just Beach been beaten to.
Well, those 2
Beach getting
ends.
to the first bowl first.
Yeah, those 2 ends, Leigh put 7 of his 8 bowls within a foot. Pretty well.
And at this level, the player's going to have ends where they do that. You just got to defend it the best you can,
Yeah.
which is easier said than done.
Okay, a bit of applause probably means there's a game that's finished. Shane Chapman, I think, has just beaten Bailey Randall.
Okay. Leigh wins the battle for the first bowl singles. Let's set the tone for the end. Beach looking for a couple of foot. Don't know
he
if he's
got
added yet.
No. Is this another one of those ends where
this is going to
Leigh
be a
gets his
strange
70?
finish.
Pretty
He's
much
out on an okay track.
whoever's got first in there is generally winning the end at the moment.
See it back down to the line here, Troy.
Oh, that's going to look a little...
Oh!
You know,
touch
it looks, I was
up.
going to say it looked juicy, but that's not as juicy.
Oh, he's gone quick.
Can't afford to miss.
Oh, how about this? Oh,
Oh, have it again. I could hit a trampoline or
imagine
something.
if he came back up, got the jack, got the jack
Four
forward
points
through
for
the
2.
Yeah! And a touch up.
So that's the thing.
Does
you
Leigh
know-
try and pop it here?
No,
wait to pop
I
it?
don't think so. Because it's going back.
He's made no error.
It might pop a little bit.
That's okay.
Oh, I think it's worse.
I think it's okay.
The only thing I think now is you can get all those bowls without the jack, whereas the way it was, unless it was lined up to kill,
3 down, needs to make contact.
No, he hasn't. Oh, wow.
What on earth is going on here?
Based on all of this...
It's just been the first bowl.
Yeah, first bowl.
Whoever's gone to the first bowl has set up the good head and won the end nearly every time.
I'm going to tip. Next end beads, you'll get a 2. We'll
yeah,
go 20 all.
Yeah, all right. Hey, I'm all for it.
First time you've ever agreed with me.
He just needs to be at the front. He's going to be in for a full count.
Yep.
Troy boy, that's going to get there.
Sure is.
Unbelievable.
Look at those 4. That's where the jack was.
Oh, yeah, that's how he scored his other 4 and 3 at the other end. He just went bang, bang, bang. And now the lead changes again. This will be at number 21 since the 11th end. Leigh McIlvenny just won 3 ends. He scored 11 shots in doing so. 2 maximums and a 3.
And they were all packed.
Almost inside the jack.
Yeah, yeah.
What a way. He's backing himself to build another good head.
Who gets that battle we were talking about of the first bowl?
First bowl's been massive in the
It's pretty
second
handy.
half. And Leigh McIlvenny has got it right on the jack.
Oh, that's very, very nice.
Don't know if he's got a touch out of that or
I
not.
don't think so. If he misses this and gets past, it's a good shot. Yeah, played that well. That helps set that up. That's excellent.
So hard. He's got to score. He's got to get the shot back, but that helps him. Still got 3 to come.
When he gets his first bowl,
Oh, he's just
he's
continuing to put it
unbelievable,
inside
isn't
the
he?
jack, and it stays up as well.
If he gets his first bowl, he can put 4 in exactly the same spot.
Unbelievable. What he doesn't have there is a toucher out of those 2
No.
bowls somehow.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how you could get that close twice and not touch the
I think
touch
that's
the
what
jack.
Beach was asking, was are either of them touches.
Oh, this is tricky on this hand.
It
Troy
sure
backhand
is.
arriving to just try and make some contact.
It's not terrible though, Sam.
Oh, he's trying to get it. He's trying to hold on. Another pass. That's a too important stage of the game
Lee's got
not to come and have a look.
Got to get to the back, doesn't he?
Well, he can't afford to leave them there and be vulnerable to drop a 2 or even a 3.
The thing is, if you try and change it, you
No, I'm
could
not
run the
coming near
risk
that
of
now.
get given the shot away.
Well, I'm just trying to split those 2 up.
Yeah, sort of roughly nearly
Forehand,
where he's
another
standing.
Meter on that, even 2.5.
If he gets a metre behind the
Yeah.
one that's on the tee,
Yep.
because the thing is too, if somehow Beach gets this perfect, he can be holding game. We saw that with
Yeah,
Liv
it's just-
Cartwright the other night.
Yeah, that's
She
right,
18,
yeah.
17 down and
Yeah,
got a picked up a 4 to win.
Leigh must feel like he's in control now after being only 1 away and having that's 2 on top of the jack.
Yeah.
But he still needs to play this to make sure he covers and doesn't give Beach a chance. That's what he's opted for. Just wants to finish
Yes.
off now, I think. Is it there?
It's thereabouts.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's thereabouts.
Peach has 2 chances to get the shot back.
Does he play the hard weight again?
Otherwise, his Vic Open singles campaign is over.
He's playing the hard weight again. It's a lot wider.
Seen people in this scenario more often than not.
I reckon if I was Lee, I'd go even further back, get the very back, because I think Beach is going to go big at this.
I'm actually surprised he didn't try and go big there. I know he had one try trying to sit it and wasn't super far away, but
that's where it can sort of, it's like the hand sucks you in because you're so close. You think, I've just got to go a fraction wider, and then it doesn't come.
You'd hate to walk away and finish the game having 3 of those shots, like one of the hardest shots on this ring.
Yeah.
Mind you, in the back of the mind, his last 2 drives come back here were not on target, so that plays a factor too. Massive finish coming up. Leigh McIlvenny's going to be holding match.
And he's going to have the best back. That's in a
too.
very good shot. That's in a very good spot.
Beach does hit and it doesn't
I think,
kill.
though, if he gets the shorter of the 2, it's going to hit Beach's bowl.
I think so.
And if he gets the other one on the side, it should flick out sideways.
There's nothing Leigh could do about that. He just had to cover and get the best back, which he's done.
Yeah, I think he's just got to go big and hope that it hits something and kills.
Over to you, BJ Anderson, to save match.
BJ. Better.
Forehand.
Oh, he did. He went forehand.
Sunder, what a strange old game. A good game, but a strange second half. Leigh McIlvenny is the man who comes out on top. Books his place in the 2026 Henslight Victorian Open. Round of 32 in the men's singles. Gets it done. 21-18 over Brandon Beach Anderson. He'll play the winner of Lucas Protopapas or Leo in the next round. Troy Boy, thank you very much for jumping on. Always
Thanks
a pleasure.
for having me, Sammy, and well done to you and your crew. I know how much work goes into this, and from looking from the sidelines, it looks like it's been a pretty flawless event, so keep up the good work, and you're at the pointy end now.
Appreciate it, mate. Make sure you check out the Henslight store if you're down here over finals weekend. Still plenty more action to come your way this afternoon. Still a round of 32 and round of 16 singles game to come. We'll leave you for now. There's still a few games going on. Looking closer to about 3:30, 4 o'clock for the next game. That's it from BBTV for now. We'll see you on the next one.
At Traralgon Bowls Club, the good times don't just happen on the green. They spin around the table, roll through the bar, and turn every moment into something to smile about. Bowls, bistro, banter. This is where good times roll. Nothing beats perfection.
My Henslight bowls are my competitive edge. From Victorian to Tasmanian greens and to high stakes competition around the country, I'm confident in my line and my delivery. Henslight gives me that advantage.